Hey, what's up, everybody? Video 44 coming at you another video. All right, so we got the victory. 126-116 was the score at Crypto.com Arena. The Lakers beat the Golden State Warriors by 10. And yeah, let's jump straight into the team stats. We shot pretty well. 44% from behind the arc, 12 of 27. 53% from the field goal range, 43 of 80. Love what I saw from the Lakers there. 28 of 35 from the free throw line for 80%, and I'm pretty sure Steve Kerr is going to have something to say about the discrepancy here. They only attempted 8 free throws, 6 of them hit for 75% as a team. So that 28 of 35 to 6-8, that's crazy. Glad to be on our side of it. The Warriors shot 52% from the field, 48 of 92, and 32% from the three, 14 of 43. So, yeah, 38-32 was the rebound differential. Lakers had a +6 there. We had 12 offensive rebounds to their 10. The Lakers had 28 assists. The Warriors had 32. Warriors had 10 steals. We had 11. And Warriors had 4 blocks. We had 3. And we ultimately ended the game with 22 turnovers, 24 points conceded off of those. And the Warriors 20 turnovers, 21 points conceded off of those. Fast break, they did beat us pretty good, 21-9, and the points in the paint, they got us 64-52. We only fouled 11 times to their 22, and of course they sent us to a line a million times off of those fouls, which ultimately gave us what we needed. We had a 21-point lead at one point in this game, and they never led in this basketball game. So it was a pretty impressive game for our unit. Of course, they were missing a few guys. We were missing some guys as well. No Marcus Smart, no LeBron James, no Luka Doncic. You know, for them, they didn't have any Steph Curry, no Al Horford. Who else didn't play? Jimmy Butler didn't play. They were missing a lot of guys as well. So, you know, it was good for the Lakers to get back on the floor after 7 days rest, literally, since we've played. Last time we were out there, we went up against this Golden State team, and they got the best of us on their home floor. We were able to get them back tonight in our home gym, and we did it in impressive fashion, if you ask me. Rui Hachimura, 6 of 10 from the field, 3 of 4 from the 3 for 16 points, 4 turnovers there, but 1 steal, 2 assists, and 3 boards to go along with those 16 points. He was a +5. Rui looked pretty good in the first half, man. In fact, he came out and did most of that work in the first half. Didn't see much from him in the second half. He finished the game with 27 minutes, but ultimately, I thought the turnovers were a bit glaring. He could have been a little sharper with some of the stuff he was doing out there, but the efficiency came back, and that's ultimately what you pay Rui for. So it was good to see him snap out of his shooting slump, and I think that was the theme for me going into this game, was to see guys who were in a slump get out of it, and I think we accomplished a lot in that regard today. Just moving along in the box score, Jared Vanderbilt, 3 of 9 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3. Still not able to hit a 3-point shot there really for Vando, but I like that he's not reluctant to take them, and I want him to continue to work on that. 6 points, 2 assists, 4 rebounds, 1 turnover. I thought he was pretty solid, a +1 out there. Good energy out there for Vanderbilt. DeAndre Ayton, 14 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, +3, 1 turnover, 1 foul, 6 of 8 from the field. Just a really sharp game, 27 minutes of play from DeAndre Ayton, who continues to impress me on the defensive end. Those 2 steals and a block, those are the stocks right there that we ultimately need from DeAndre Ayton on a nightly basis. The rebounding is great, 3 offensive boards there. He led our team, I believe, or tied Jake LaRavia for 3 offensive boards, and we just look so much more sturdy out there regardless of what's going on, because of the presence of a guy like Ayton, who's going to at least keep balls live off of misses and things of that nature, and be an easy target for passes into the paint to find easy looks for ourselves. So I've been really pleased with Ayton. It was good to see his offense come around tonight, but his defense never waned. His rebounding continues to be stellar. I've been very happy with him. Austin Reeves, 21 points, +8 out there, 5 turnovers, 4 of them in the first half, so he kind of cleaned up in the second half. 1 steal, 1 block, 3 assists, 3 boards, 7 of 10 from the field. Austin Reeves, 2 of 4 from the 3, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. So an efficient night from Austin, which is really something that I want to see him give us more consistently. We've had too many nights where he's negative in the shooting column. Tonight, most of his shots fell, and it made for a very clean game. We would love to see those turnovers come down, but ultimately, when he's shooting like that, Lakers are hard to beat. And so I love that. Dalton Connect, 34 minutes of play. I love how we're using Dalton out there, get him out of that shooting slump, is what I've been screaming. And I think he's looking pretty good in this one. 4 of 9 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 6 of 8 from the free throw line, 16 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, plus 6 out there. This is probably the best game he's had since being traded. Initially, of course, that trade that sent him to Charlotte for Mark Williams that got rescinded. I don't think he's looked as good as he did tonight in any game I've seen leading up to this point. And I hope this is a sign of things to come. He looked aggressive out there. Still took some wild shots here and there, but ultimately I thought he was trying to get it the right way, being aggressive and getting to the line. And of course, he's always able to help you rebounding the ball. He only had 3 of them tonight, but they were key rebounds. I remember seeing him keeping them alive and things of that nature. So he's always helpful there. And I just want to see him continue to get the looks he's getting. 9 attempts for him is great. I'd like to see him get a few more than that, but just to see him get out of this slump, for us to be giving him all these minutes, I think is fantastic, and it's exactly what I want our coaching staff to do with this young player, man. Get the most out of him, get him used to being in purple and gold, get him used to everything that needs to be done. Just continue to instill in him a certain confidence that you hope he runs with and gets back out there and becomes a player that we saw him be last year to start his career. So I think we're close with Dalton Connect to overcoming the worst of this slump. I don't know that we're out of it yet, but this is a good game to help steer that along. So also our bench guys, Jake LaRavia had a pretty good game, a plus 12 out there, led the whole team. 11 points, 4 steals, 5 assists, 3 boards, 4 of 13 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3 for Jake LaRavia. So I really like that line. Could have been more efficient out there, but ultimately the 4 steals is fantastic. 5 assists. He's just playing basketball at a really nice level for a guy that you never had on your team before. To come in and help out in this many areas has been great. I do think we could work some dribbling drills into the equation to specifically put him on a regimen that can improve his hand over the next several years or what have you. But I do like his overall basketball IQ and just his knack for the basketball. He just finds a way, and he's usually a part of good, sturdy plays that are taking place out there, which is why I see him as a plus 12 here. So, yeah. Good show for Jake LaRavia off the bench. Jackson Hayes, 5 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, plus 6 out there. Quiet night for Jackson, only 14 minutes to play, but I thought he was pretty solid for the most part. Christian Coloco had 8 minutes, did get 4 assists and 2 boards, 1 block, and a turnover, a plus 1 for Christian Coloco. So he didn't score, but in just 8 minutes of play, found a way to help on both sides of the floor. So that's pretty solid. Gabe Vincent, 13 points, 3 turnovers, 2 steals, 2 assists, and 4 rebounds. Plus 2 for Gabe Vincent on 3 of 8 shooting from the field, 2 of 4 from 3. Hit all 5 of his free throws. I like the aggression. I think he's in shape. He looks like he's playing with a lot of confidence. He looks like he's ready to be more involved this year than he was able to be last year. And I just think we're getting a good Gabe Vincent. He's on a contract year. He wants to get paid at the very least, keep his career going forward. And how he shows out for this Laker team, particularly in the first half of the season, will determine the urgency that others will have for him when it's time for him to make his money. So he wants to come out the gate strong. I think half the battle is staying healthy. But ultimately, with 22 minutes of play, you can see where he's trying to be more effective out there on both sides of the floor. So this could be a good year for Gabe Vincent for us, and we need it. So, number 50, Nate Williams. I believe his name is Nate. I like what I saw from him in just a few minutes of play. He's a guy who we talked about having some inefficiency issues, but would also be a dirty kind of guy, not dirty as it pertains to playing inconsiderate or what have you, but I'm talking about somebody who can dive for loose balls and just get tips out there and things like that. He's been showing me something throughout the course of the preseason. They've been giving him a lot of opportunities, and tonight he only had 6 minutes of play, but hit both of his field goals, hit a 3-point shot, used 2 fouls, had a turnover, but ultimately I like what I saw from him. The 5 points that he got, you could clearly see he was out there playing aggressive, and I think he earned some more minutes. I would have loved to have seen him more tonight, to be honest. Nick Smith killed it with all of his minutes tonight. I thought he stood out as much as anybody. In just 6 minutes, had 3 of 3 from the field, 1 or 2 from the free throw line for 7 points, 1 assist. And good things happened while he was out there. He didn't register any plus minus at all. It was a 0 there. But I thought he was fantastic in just 6 minutes of play. He really controlled things, and good things were happening because he was touching the ball. Bronny James was a +6 out there, also had 7 points, 1 turnover, 1 assist, and 1 rebound in 6 minutes of play as well. I like what I saw from Bronny, getting to the line, making sure he made them count. 16 minutes for Bronny James, actually, but just the same, him being a +6 and being aggressive as he was, I thought was fantastic. And I think he looked pretty good out there. I think this was a good Bronny James game. You know, you don't care that there was only 2 shots attempted because you see him get to the line. You see him doing all the things that he's doing on the defensive end. And played a physical game tonight, too. He got bodied up. He had to deal with Gary Payton the second out there for a little bit. I thought I liked that matchup there. So, yeah, that was your box score for your Los Angeles Lakers. Just overall good game for everybody. I thought we played much better defense. I thought our week off really showed that the Lakers took that time very seriously and ultimately came up with a game plan that could firmly respond to what took place 7 days ago against the same team. And, it really showed. It showed the work that they put in this week. Now, as far as the opponent, Golden State Warriors, Draymond Green had 2 points, 4 turnovers, 2 steals, and 4 assists. 22 minutes of play, 1 or 2 from the field. Kind of a quiet night for Draymond. 4 turnovers. We like that on our end. Jonathan Kuminga, even more turnovers, 5 of them. 13 points, 1 steal, 6 assists, and no boards for Jonathan Kuminga. 5 of 8 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3. 2 free throws attempted, 2 of them made in 22 minutes of play. 4-0, Jonathan Kuminga. Highly efficient night, but I'm surprised he didn't register any boards. You see no boards and 5 turnovers, something's gone wrong there. But the shots fell, so you give him that. Quentin Post, 18 minutes of play, 3 of 7 from the 3, and that was the same amount he had from the field because nothing else he attempted took place outside of the 3-point shot. 9 points, 1 block, 1 steal, 1 assist, and 2 rebounds for Quentin Post, who rarely plays in the post. Buddy Hield, 3 of 7 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3, 6 points, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 2 assists, and 4 boards for Buddy on a +1 for his squad. Brandon Podziemski, 10 of 16 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3, 23 points, 1 steal, 8 assists, and 5 boards for B-Pod, +6 out there, 2 turnovers for his squad. But the shooting was on fire in 26 minutes of play for B-Pod. Jackson Rowe, 10 minutes of play, 2 of 2 from the field, 4 points, 1 assist, 1 rebound, 2 turnovers for Jackson. He wears number 44 on BDF 44, so we definitely shout out Jackson. Speaking of Jackson, Terrence Jackson Davis, is it Terrence? Trace, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's Trace, I'm tripping. Haven't seen him in a while because the Golden State Warriors refused to play him. But tonight he showed them why they should. 7 of 9 from the field, 14 points, 2 blocks, 1 steal, 1 assist, and 7 boards. If they just take the cuffs off of that player, I promise you they'll be happy. He's really good. In just 20 minutes of play, he clearly showed you what he can do. Guy Santos, 1 of 5 from the 3, same from the field. 3 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, 1 steal, 1 turnover, 1 foul. A -2 for Guy Santos out there in 19 minutes of play. Bolden, I'm not sure what his first name is, Marcus Bolden. Yeah, he was 2 of 3 from the field, 8 minutes. Had 7 points and 3 boards for Bolden. Gary Payton II. 15 minutes of play, hit all 5 of his field goals, 101 from the 3, 11 points, 1 assist, 2 boards on a +5 for GP2. Kinsley had 3 minutes of play and grabbed an assist. LJ Cryer had 11 points in just 10 minutes of play, 4 of 7 from the field, 3 of 5 from the 3. So probably want to give LJ some more minutes there. Coach Kerr, he came in and lit it up in just 10 minutes. He also had 2 assists to go with that on a -6 for the game. Spencer, not an efficient night for Spencer, man. In 19 minutes, he was a 3 of 11 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3, 8 points, 2 turnovers, and a rebound for Pat Spencer. And Richard, not sure what Will Richard? Yeah, not a good shooting night for Will Richard. In 23 minutes, he was 2 of 9 from the field, 1 of 6 from behind the arc, 5 points, 2 steals, 4 assists, and 1 rebound for Will Richard, a -13 out there. So, yeah, they had some guys who were cold, man. Spencer and Richard probably should have been shooting less, should have been giving more looks to GP2 and Trace Jackson Davis, and Pajemski and Kuminga, of course, were hot as well. Golden State was missing some people. They didn't have quite a few players out there. What's my guy's name? Moses Moody didn't play, all those guys. So, we saw what we saw from them. I think that Pajemski clearly showed that with more opportunities, he could play great. Trace played great. I just think Steve Kerr needs to kind of shift and let those guys get a little more playing time this year and kind of just mold what the future is going to be for the Golden State Warriors, because you got the players. It's got to you maximize their potential. So, yeah, it was good to get the win out there, man. We wanted this one, like I said in the pregame. It was personal because they had beat us so bad last week, and we looked so awful up against them. And so, even though it's the preseason, you want to get some bragging rights early. We do see this team on the 21st early in the season, later down the month. So, it's going to be a tone-setting situation here, and we like to have put ourselves in a position to respond. So, yeah, man, just looking at the game stats, in the first quarter, the Lakers had a 30-24 first quarter lead. In the second quarter, we scored 33 points to their 22. Now, in the third quarter, we came out of the locker room and let them close in on us. A 39-point quarter there for the Warriors, 27 for the Lakers. So that was not great. But we then came back and scored 36 points in the fourth to their 31. So our second half defense was pretty terrible. But we were able to match the offense necessary to keep us above the fray. So I thought our defense was a little better tonight as a team, but ultimately you can clearly see the numbers tell you that we have a lot of work to do on the defensive end. But to see our offense come around, see guys snap out of shooting slump, multiple players, you love what you saw there, man. Got to give credit to everybody for just coming out there and playing hard. Having a week off, sometimes you can come back cold in a situation like this. But our team came out sharp, and you could tell they're working on themselves. And even though guys are in and out of this unit with injuries, we still have yet to debut some people. I thought this was a very good show that we've been working. And that's what I want to see from the Lakers going forward. So the next game we play, I believe, will be against the Phoenix Suns once again, which is the 14th of this month, and that is on Tuesday. And that game is going to be at Mortgage Matchup Center in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm not sure where that is as it pertains to Mortgage Matchup Center. Is that the new name of their old arena, or is that an alternate arena in a different location? I'm not really sure. But that's what it's going to be. We'll be seeing the Phoenix Suns there again, as if we haven't just seen them as well. We started the preseason against them, and it was not pretty for us. But ultimately, we get a chance to get back there too. So I don't know if Luka's going to play. They said he may play 2 of the next 4 games. I think he probably wants to play against against Dallas. Just a guess. And he definitely did not play tonight. So we'll see if he wants to play in this back-to-back with Phoenix and Dallas. That could be interesting. If not, he'll probably just end the season against the Kings, the preseason rather, against the Kings, and just carry us from there. So whatever the case may be, it'll be good to see him get some minutes out there. I know he's going to cook whoever's in front of him because he's the Luka the Don. That's pretty much who he is. But just to see him get back on that Laker floor and be himself will be fun for all of us. We thought we would have Marcus Smart back tonight. That did not happen. So we're still yet to see half of our team. But the guys that we did use, I thought were really good tonight. And, I was mostly impressed with the guys who came into the last 6 minutes of the basketball game, if I'm being completely honest with you. Maybe I'm just biased because I like watching young players run, but seeing Nick Smith Jr. get a chance to run some of his offense was it for me tonight. Just to see him see a couple shots fall, being aggressive, trying to get to the line, stuff like that. I just wanted to see something that could make me excited about him because I remember what he was when he was, being courted for the draft. And I think it was some of what we saw there in that final 6 minutes. I think if we get the most out of that player, it changes our entire situation because he's a guy you can give the ball to and tell him just go get one. And we have players that can do that, but not too many off of the bench. So I really like what I saw from him. I don't know if it would be fair to give him the game ball per se, but he was my favorite player of the night. Not to say his impact was any more or any less than anyone else's, but I just been looking for something from him, and I saw it tonight. So kudos to Nick Smith Jr. Same with R.J. Davis. I thought that his the 6 minutes that he received were fantastic. He's just proving to show why he needs more minutes. And, some of these guys who are ahead of him, they're going to have to play hard and play well. These young guys on the bench, if they're able to make the team, they're going to be fighting for minutes all year long. They're going to put pressure on guys who are struggling, who may be above them. So it's going to be interesting to see what this team is going to do because what you're seeing in the NBA in general is just youth movement taking over. I think this rookie class this year could potentially be one of the most impactful rookie classes of all time, and it's just because we're in a space of a shift where the young guys are just coming in a bit more prepared than some of the previous generations, and because of it, some of the struggling people or some of these injury-prone dudes, they're going to have their spots taken by young players, and I think that dynamic is potentially in our situation right here. So, keep an eye open for guys, Nick Smith, Bronny James, Chris Magnon whenever he gets out there, Marshall Lonis, Nick Smith, as I've mentioned, R.J. Davis, Nate Williams. These young players are going to put pressure on these guys, man. The Hachimuras and Laravias and Kolokos and all these, Koloko's probably trying to get his way, but Gabe Vincent more so. These are the guys that are going to be putting pressure on y'all. And so if you're not playing well, there's no guarantee you're going to get your spot back once a Nick Smith and RJ start to show people what they can do. So it's just a different dynamic than what the Lakers have had in the past. And I suspect our team could look a little different by the end of the season if things shuffle around like they potentially could. So I think tonight was the first glimpse of what Nick Smith could be, and I want to see more of it. So that's really what I got to say there. The players that stood out to me were the guys that came in the end and didn't miss a damn shot. So yeah, kudos to them. I think the game ball for me probably will go to I'm going to give the game ball to Dalton Knecht. And the reason why is because I want him to get out of this slump. There were a lot of guys who were capable of getting this game ball. Obviously Austin Reeves, but I'm not about to give him a game ball for 5 damn turnovers. Rui Hachimura, 4 of them as well. I thought those guys played great. I was happy with them. But I'm looking for a reason to really, be pleased with Dalton Knecht. And I think we finally got it tonight. Just a solid quality game overall, doing all the little things that he needed to do and ultimately seeing the shot fall as much as he did. I'm just going to say that I'm giving him the game ball because I'm really rooting for him to get out of the slump and be a productive player for us. And I think tonight can go a long way in helping us get there. So that's really what it is. I think some guys played better. Ayton probably played better. Reeves probably played better. But ultimately, I'm giving the game ball to him because we need him to get out of the slump. And he looked great tonight for the standards that we've since learned to live with in regards to him. So kudos to Dalton. You get the game ball tonight. Good way to utilize your 34 minutes. And so that's really what it is, man. We get ready for the game on Tuesday against Phoenix at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, man, good win for the Lakers. It feels good to be in the win column, man. It feels good to have shook off the cobwebs of some really bad play. That week off really helped our team, and it showed, man. Now we got to see what's going on with Austin Reeves, because he twisted his ankle in this game and kind of bent his knee a little bit on a not so fortuitous play. We got to see how his body reacts to that. So the injuries pile up, man. I'd be very surprised to see him out there against Phoenix just 2 nights from now. I doubt it. No, we need to be more cautious than we've ever been, especially when we know we won't have Braun back for another couple of weeks. We got to keep our main guys healthy, and Austin is obviously one of those main players. So that's really what I have to say about that, man. Great win, Lakers. Salute the Kobe Minute, BDL 44. I thank y'all for watching. I'm out.